The family, large in numbers, sat in the living room that was illuminated by the TV. "Where's Dale? Get Dale," Mom said to the family. "He's in his room," Linda said. "Go get him." Dale, Mama wants to talk to you," Linda said as she banged on Dale's scratched-up bedroom door. "About what?" Dale said. "I don't know. Something important. It's about Auntie out in Arizona. They've been talking to us all about it, and you the only one not down there. Come on." Dale quickly snapped open his door and made his way down the stairs. His shoulders slumped, to the living room where the rest of his family was waiting in silence. Dale stepped over his toddler siblings and took a seat on the sofa with his sisters. "Dale, you know Aunt Libby passed away last week." "Yeah, Ma." "And she was out in Arizona." "Uh-huh." "And how we're doing the funeral out here." "Why not out in Arizona?" Dale asked. "We can't afford to go out there." "Okay." Dale motioned to his younger brother to pass the Doritos. "Well, we need someone to bring her back," Mom said, as she looked clearly at him with a focused face. "Like her, as in her body?" Dale asked. "Her body." "What? I have an interview next week. I can't." "If you had a job, we'd find someone else, but you don't." "What about Ella? She ain't in school yet." "She starts next week. We don't want her missing any time if anything happens." "If anything happens, we can't just have her cremated? I don't want to be crude, but, it would make it a lot easier." "We can't have her cremated after what happened with Grand Luna." "And no one out in Arizona has a say? No one out there wants her buried out there?" "She ain't got no one out there. Listen, we'll explain how everything's going to work, and you won't have any problems. But we need a decision by tomorrow. We can't let this linger, or we'll have to have her cremated, which we don't want. She didn't want." "Okay, I'll bring Janie if she can come along. She can help," Dale said, while Janie made a wide smile and sat up tall. "Janie's still 15. We can't let her go." "I ain't even got my full license. I only started driving this year." "If anyone gives you any problems, we can work it out. I know it's a big decision, but just think it over tonight. We'll talk tomorrow," Mom said as she grabbed her cup of bourbon and leaned back in her chair. Dale took on the confused look of someone who'd just been told they needed to drive their dead aunt from Arizona to Indiana. He left the sofa and Doritos, slowly making his way up to his room, scanning his mind for answers. He laid in his bed, looking at his phone and at the message from his friends inviting them to their baby shower this coming weekend. He decided he would go to get his aunt. The next morning he woke up early and sat on the wraparound porch of their white-clad home, which sat in front of the dry and dusty cornfields of Indiana. His dad came out with coffee and joined him. His dad showed him down to the family car he would be taking, pointing out all the things he had planned for emergencies: license and registration, and a first aid kit in the glove box, a tent, and a spare tire in the trunk. "You're going to do fine. We've got almost everything planned out for you. We've thought of everything," Dad said. "And where should I stay? I won't be able to afford much food. Can you guys spot me some cash?" "We'll give you enough money for food, and we've mapped out some places to stay along the way. It's a trip I'd love to do, but this situation changes everything, and it's really the last thing I want to do. We'll do another proper trip after this one. I promise," Dad said. Dale set out that afternoon after having lunch with his family, who had all been herded onto the front lawn to see him off as he backed the fully loaded family car down the dirt driveway, his youngest brothers chasing him all the way to the main road. He made his first stop in Missouri, determined to cover a lot of ground at the start of his journey. Dale carried on a little longer and stayed the night at a Super 8 that was the first on his list of hotels prepared by his parents. He slept in the next day, but then drove for the entire day, stopping briefly at a gas station to refresh himself. There was a cop car parked in front of the gas station, and it looked like they had just arrested someone, a man in the back of the car, headbanging and thrashing his body around. Good, keep that up," the cop sitting in the driver's seat said to the man. "I can't go to jail again. I can't fucking take it in there. You can't do this to me. I'll never see my kids grow up. Fuck," the man in the back yelled as he banged his head against the cage. "Roll his windows down some more," the cop instructed the other cop sitting next to him, then turning back to the man in the back seat. "Hey, make sure to yell when our guy comes out." At that moment, a man with some snacks and a Slurpee walked out of the gas station, turning to look at the cop car. He began to approach. My kids already hate me. You might as well just kill me right now. Right here. Come on, man. Stop whining. Have some pride, the man who had approached the cop car said. What the fuck do you know? You're out there. You don't know me, motherfucker. The man started crying heavily and wailing. Why? The man stood outside of the car, staring at the arrested man, while eating his recently purchased chips. You couldn't hack one day in my life, man. You don't know shit about the criminal life. I was born in this shit neck deep. Get out, the man said. Get out and I'll get arrested. You're annoying everyone. Dale came out of the gas station and saw a man receiving handcuffs from the man that was previously seated in the back of the cop car. Dale spent the night in New Mexico. He arrived in Arizona the next morning, driving to the location of the funeral home where he would pick up his aunt. He went to the front desk and was greeted by a nice lady wearing a dress that seemed too colorful for a funeral home. Follow me, Dale. I'll show you to Brad, who will be helping you out today. She showed him down the hallway to an office that had its door open, with a man seated behind a desk. The man saw Dale and rose quickly to welcome him into his office. Hi, Dale. Have a seat. We'll just have some paperwork for you to fill out quickly, and you'll be on your way. Can I first just see some ID? Oh, yep, right here. Dale pulled out his beginner's driver's license. Great. I'll just get you to sign here, the man said, as he pointed to the marked boxes for Dale to initial. They spent the next 5 minutes going over paperwork. Where did you park? Just on the street there out front, Dale answered. Okay, we'll just get you to pull around back. We'll confirm the measurements and have our guys load the vehicle. We'll have you on your way in no time. Now there's just a couple of things that are crucial to this. We need you to make the journey back in 48 hours, but in one straight shot would be preferable. Though I know you've come a long ways. Indiana, was it? Yeah, Indiana. I made it here in 3 days, but in less than 48 hours, I'm pretty sure. Great. Secondly, don't open the casket at any point for any reason. Now, if you have any trouble with police regarding the transport, just show this to them. Brad presented a piece of paper. Just keep it in your glove box. Now, we'll have you get your car and pull it around back. Dale pulled his car around the back of the shiny black funeral home where two big men were waiting in front of a set of bay doors. They made some finger motions and signaled him to back in, popping open his trunk and quickly taking a measurement with a tape measure. We're good, one of the guys said. The big men then quickly placed the casket in his car. After the casket was loaded, Brad came around to the driver window and wished Dale good luck. He told Dale to give him a call if he needed anything. Dale made it out of Arizona before making his next stop. Still not out of New Mexico. He was beginning to get tired and began to make more frequent stops. A hitchhiker was up in the distance, and he pulled over. Where you going? Dale asked. Not far, just to Texas. Can you drive? I need someone to drive. I've been driving a long ways and I'm tired. Just a few hours. No problem, man, the man answered. Dale hopped out of the driver's side door and the hitchhiker took the wheel. They started driving. What you got back there? The man asked. Nothing. Keep your eyes forward, and don't open it. The man continually made suspicious glances in the rearview mirror at the casket. Stop it! Dale yelled. Dale dozed off as the hitchhiker carried on driving towards Texas. When Dale woke up, he didn't recognize the roads. He checked his phone, and they were back on the western side of New Mexico. What the fuck, man? I thought you were going to Texas, Dale said. As Dale finished speaking, the man began to floor the vehicle. Dale reached into the glove box and pulled out a pistol. Turn the fuck around, right now, Dale said, shoving the pistol into the man's head. The man reacted sharply and jolted away from the gun, his reaction running the car off of the road, hitting a telephone pole, and bringing the car to a rolling stop. The man jumped out of the driver's side and began to run off into the desert. Dale chased him and made good ground on him, tackling the man as he tried to make his way in between the cars of a stationary freighter train. Dale stuck the pistol into the man's back and forced him back to the car. Dale attempted to start the wrecked car, but it would not start. Dale now had less than 40 hours to get home, with almost 30 hours of straight driving and no vehicle. As Dale peered into the rearview mirror, he saw the train budge, beginning to roll slowly. You're going to help me load this thing into one of those empty freighters, and don't try anything stupid. I've got a dead body in the back of my car. Don't think I won't add another, Dale said, the man still trying to catch his breath and looking ragged from the chase. They carried the casket out from the back of the car and shuffled approximately 50 yards across to the rolling freighter, the hitchhiker leading the way, Dale constantly yelling threats at the man. They put down the casket, and Dale ran towards the back of the train, searching for an open rail car. Thrusting open the doors of a boxcar, Dale found it filled with only a foot or two of gravel. Dale then yelled back up to the man waiting with the casket, signaling to the open boxcar, and then Dale back to him to prepare to load the casket. As the gravel car approached, they propped the casket on their heads and shoved it in as the car passed slowly. Dale told the man to get into the rail car, but the man stared at him, hesitating. Dale shot around from his pistol into the air. "You think I can unload this thing myself? Get in." The man put his hands in the air and got in the boxcar. They settled into the boxcar, shutting the doors. The hitchhiker slumped into the gravel as Dale pointed his gun at him. Dale rested against the side of the boxcar as it began to pick up speed and bounce along, the look of adrenaline still pulsing through his eyes as his exhaustion began to set in, and he began to shake. They sat in the boxcar as the sun began to set over the desert. "So where are you taking this thing, kid?" the man asked. "Indiana," Dale answered. "Indiana? I ain't going all the way to Indiana with you, kid." "Fuck you," Dale said, now lacking in energy. "You know, I recognize you. I saw you in the back of that cop car at the gas station a few days back," Dale said. "Wasn't me, kid." "Sure, in the back of a cop car, then hitchhiking and stealing a car. Listen, I had an agreement with them so I could get off on a charge. They just wanted me to set up another guy, something to do with his psychological profile or something. That don't make no sense. I ain't never heard of anything like that before." "Yeah, well, me neither, kid. And I wasn't trying to steal your car." "Why'd you run then?" "I don't know, kid. You scared me and I was startled from the crash." There was a pause. "This thing won't get you to Indiana, kid. Maybe St. Louis or Chicago if you're lucky. You ain't got no one else that can help you?" "They're all in Indiana waiting for me." "You can't just have them, him, her, like cremated or something?" the man asked, followed by a long stare from Dale. "It's my aunt," Dale replied. Dale stayed awake through the whole night as they rode in the boxcar, the hitchhiker falling asleep. They rode the full next day under the sun of interior America, Dale fighting to stay awake. Dale eventually dozed off and fell asleep. He was eventually woken by the shuddering clatter of the train coming to a stop. Lifting himself out of the gravel, he climbed the side of the boxcar and could see a sea of police lights up ahead, illuminating the night. His family were all there waiting for him, including his toddler siblings.